All right, let me say something that will upset a lot of those leadership gurus who are on YouTube. And it's this: if your leadership style still depends on urgency, pressure, late nights, and the constant pushing, you're not leading the future. What you're doing is you are surviving the past. Because in the new year, the leaders who are rising the fastest aren't louder, tougher, or more intense. They are calmer, they're clearer, they are regulated, and they're building systems that work without burning themselves out. Now, this isn't soft leadership, this is next level authority. And here's the false belief: great leaders drive harder when things get tough. That ain't true. That belief built a lot of companies, but it also destroyed a lot of people. I mean, I used to believe that leadership meant being the one who, stayed the latest, right? Was first on the battlefield, the last off the battlefield, carried the most pressure, solved everything personally, absorbed everyone else's stress. And on paper, man, that looked like a strength, like a superpower. But in reality, it was unsustainable dominance disguised as responsibility. Man, then I noticed something strange. The leaders who were actually scaling teams and culture and results, wow, they weren't the most intense in the room. They were incredibly, they were the calmest. They didn't rush, they didn't react, they didn't dominate the room or dominate conversations. They designed systems. And that's when I realized that hustle leadership isn't dying because people got soft. It's dying because systems finally matter more than that hustle stamina. So I'm going to offer you 3 secrets to keep in mind. Okay. Number 1, hustle leadership burns people, man. Calm leadership builds systems. So when hustle leadership runs on personal energy, and calm leadership, it essentially runs on design systems. Hustle leaders ask, how hard can I push today? Calm leaders ask, what system makes this unnecessary tomorrow? This is the shift from hero leadership to architect leadership. Now, considering energy management, this is the difference between burning willpower versus conserving energy through structure. When leaders stop being the engine and start building the engine, everything changes. This is why sustainable leadership is now outperforming motivational leadership. And it's not because motivation is bad. No, motivation is good, but because systems never get tired. Secret number 2, and it's this: calm is not passive. Calm is regulated power. It's a regulated superpower, if you will. Let's destroy this myth right now. Calm leaders aren't just soft. They're not soft. In fact, they're not soft at all. They are regulated. And that means their nervous system isn't hijacking their decisions. Their emotions don't control their presence. And their tone, man, their tone sets safety instead of fear. In fact, calm leaders, man, their energy stabilizes the room in our program, the Mind Flow Cycle. And this is the shift from reaction to regulation to influence. People don't follow the loudest leader. They follow the most grounded one, because grounded energy creates trust. It creates psychological safety. It creates clarity, execution without fear. Oh man. And that's the real authority. It's not volume. Secret number 3, the future of leadership is centric energy, not time centric. Old leadership used to focus on like the hours, the grind, the availability, response time, the output. New leadership focuses mostly on energy quality, nervous system capacity, the cognitive clarity, and your emotional presence, being vulnerable with your team. Time management assumes that energy is infinite, but energy is the real currency of leadership. And this is why today leaders have calendars that are full, but their impact is shrinking. They manage minutes instead of managing states. And your state, your energy states determine your decision quality, your communication, culture and retention, and even innovation and creativity. And so leaders, the leaders who are winning now aren't doing more. They're operating differently. Is that you? So if this hit you, here's what I want you to do. And don't just agree with it. And don't just nod and move on. Do one of these right now. Comment calm if hustle leadership is burning you out. Comment systems if you're done being the engine. Or comment next if you want to be a next level leader. All right. And what I'll do, I'll personally reply with the path I'd recommend. And if you're ready to stop leading from exhaustion and start leading from architecture, I want to invite you to do two other things. Number one, check out the Mindflow Cycle at www.mindflowcycle.com. And this is where we re-engineer your energy regulation and your leadership presence. Or DM me, man, and ask me about the authority architecture. This is what we have designed, where we can take your leadership identity, systems, and strategic influence to higher levels, because the future doesn't belong to the loudest leader. It belongs to the most regulated one. As always, subscribe, all right? And share this video with someone who can benefit. And please, please, stay strong.